Hi, my name is Jesse,
I'm Tristan.
and we're bringing you our first review on Spider-Man Homecoming. So yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. We got new characters, new people. We are in the MCU. This is what people have been asking for a long time. And
I haven't.
Well, Marvel
I'm
and
talking crap. I have.
yeah, I knew you were talking crap. But this is what Marvel and Sony have. Like, this is what we wanted.
Well, what Sony kind of got armbarred into agreeing with.
I mean, they got the bad part of the end of the deal.
They got the money. What are you talking about?
They didn't get. They got all the money for this one.
This what the deal was with this one is
this is a Sony one more than a Marvel.
No, Marvel just has creative control of the character. Sony racks in all the money for solo Spider-Man movies.
This is a solo Spider-Man movie.
This is a solo. So they racked in the money for this one, and then it was when Spider-Man gets used in other films,
like Avengers.
Or Civil War. Then hey. That's made Marvel. Your movie for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so there you go.
They still have creative control, but it's more of like a 75-25 split, you know?
A solo Spider-Man
movie. Exactly, yeah.
Alright, so here we go. Tom Holland. We've been through 1, 2, this is the third one.
No. There was that 70s guy, and then it was the Japanese Spider-Man. We've been through 5 Spider-Man.
Alright, for this last decade and a half.
Fair enough. Me too. I'm nitpicking people.
Yeah, we don't need to go too far back. I feel like this last decade and a half, we've had the 3 for the motion picture that features Marvel and Sony together.
Oh, yeah?
Right?
We have.
So we got Tobey Maguire, we got Andrew Garfield, we got the newest one. I think is the definitive one.
Definitive Peter Parker, for sure. I'm still not positive about the definitive Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man Homecoming is an incredible film, but when I think of definitive Spider-Man, it might be Spider-Man 1 or 2 just because of the emotional story arc that it takes you on and the character exploration. Mm-hmm. But this is the definitive Peter Parker. This is Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yup, it is Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, if anybody likes this movie, thank Brian Michael Bendis, by the way, because they ripped off everything from Ultimate Spider-Man. Not everything, but yeah. It's Ultimate Spider-Man Homecoming as far as I'm concerned.
There's a lot of, you feel the connection between characters and stuff feels like an Ultimate Spider-Man type feeling. Like,
yeah, plus Tom Holland looks just like Ultimate Peter Parker.
Well, that's what people said. Andrew Garfield looked just like.
Did they?
I don't know. I don't know if they did still, but anyways, he had
I
that
remember
wacky
saying
hair.
He looked 30.
He had that wacky hair. That what's that?
Edward Cullen hair.
Twilight.
Yeah, Edward Cullen. Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm really sad that I know that, but I went to some really white schools, so I have to know.
Yeah. So, anyways, so he had that Twilight hair. But okay, so before we give the spoiler review for the movie, like between the 3 guys, who's the better one? Who's the better actor? Or between the 3 Spider-Mans, who do you think is the best?
Are we talking pure acting chops, or are we talking best portrayal?
Who gave the best portrayal of Spider-Man and Peter Parker?
That's Tom Holland, but I think Tobey Maguire ultimately is the more versatile. I mean, who's more versatile than Tobey Maguire? I think in those Amazing in those first 2 Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi had a way of putting Peter Parker, Tobey Maguire in a position in which he would least like to be in. Yeah,
he was always in that type of like, oh, I don't got money right now.
Yeah.
Oh, the pizza guy's gonna fire me if I don't make it in like 40 minutes or less.
Mm-hmm. I think with Tobey Maguire, the reason why I think Tobey Maguire was the better acting portrayal, it's like from an acting chops perspective, is just because, well, I think he's a better actor just because he happens to be older, so he accumulated more knowledge on how to act. One thing, and also just because this is a high school movie. They keep it pretty light overall. It's a thrilling movie. I really enjoyed this movie, but it's not high stakes. They skip over. They do a montage over high school in the Sam Raimi movies, you know. So it's I don't have a problem with them doing that, but it just it's a better. He put on more of a show, Tobey Maguire, just because the story warranted it.
I'll just say overall for that series, they had everything right, you know, like from the the Spider-Man, the costume, the Mary Jane. Well, Mary Jane was alright.
She was, listen, man. Listen, people are so overly critical of her. She was like everybody's dream girl in 2002. Let's be real here.
I don't know about that talk.
What?
Yeah,
What am I hearing?
I don't know about that talk. She
Oh,
was
man.
alright. She was just alright. You know, but anyways, like yo, I would say Spider-Man Tobey Maguire series was pretty good, but I think this new series is just starting, and we're gonna see some intense things to come.
Yeah, I think that's what I think they're burying their lead.
Yeah,
That's what I think this movie is, but it's still.
and I feel like
so
when we get to physically, or when we get to like look at it as a whole from a trilogy standpoint,
Oh yeah.
then we'll get to really see if we can say this is better than that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's hard to compare two separate films, like comparing Man of Steel to '78 Superman.
yeah, I mean they're
the equivalent that
comparable.
they're-
They're
right?
comparable. They're just different eras. That's the only thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But we're talking about Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man.
They should use that theme song instead of the '60s one.
Oh, for that little intro thing.
Yeah.
Talking about that, actually, that was a good new intro. It seems like a fresh start for Marvel.
Yeah, it does. It's very refreshing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost like when I hear that, I'm like, why did they do that in Sam Raimi's? I don't get it. Like, it felt good listening to that song. I was like, damn, man. Like, it's so good. In fact, like, I remember I saw an audio clip for the theatrical version of that theme song on YouTube, and I was like, no, I'm gonna wait to see that in theaters because I know I'll freak out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Or listen to it in
it
theaters.
was a good way to pump up the fans for this upcoming Spider-Man. You know, it really, for me, it really felt like they were bringing us the definitive Spider-Man. They're like giving you that little theme song, and like Tom Holland's gonna give you the real Spider-Man that you've been hoping for. Other than that, yeah, let's move on.
Okay, we want to talk about.
Yeah, so now we got the new cast and characters, right? Did we talk about that?
I don't believe we have. No.
Okay, so yeah, so the new cast and crew, the young guns.
I really.
We got Liz
okay.
Allen. We got Flash Thompson. What's his best friend, or what's his?
Ned, aka Genki. I don't know why they couldn't use Genki because he's a ripoff of Miles Morales' friend, who is the half African American, half Latino Spider-Man in the comic books right now.
And then we've got My Friends Call Me MJ.
Listen, like I have a theory on that. Okay, I think it's about producing dramatic tension. Now, if you can, here's the thing: it gets annoying when it's like, is she Mary Jane? Is she not? But what it is I think it produces a sense of uncertainty for the audience when you have someone who plays the Mary Jane role, but who ultimately isn't Mary Jane. So it's will they be together? Won't they be together?
So then either decide you want Mary Jane or you don't. Like you obviously want a love interest.
No, it's about having stakes. I think it's about creating
having
stakes.
love interests, right? You want love interest,
yes,
right?
But with a love, I think the narrative key to capturing a love interest or capturing the audience's attention for romance in film is.
I feel like they like right now. I feel like they never had an intention of bringing MJ in. And I feel like when the fans were talking about...
Oh, you think it was a reshoot?
Yeah, I feel like they just added that little thing to cater to the fans.
It was better than the My Friends Call Me Robin one, or you should use your real name, Robin.
You should use your real name. Robin? Yo, what was that? Anyways. Yeah, so we got a really diverse cast. And everybody has their own type of, like, style. Like MJ was more of like, oh, I don't give a shit about you, or this party's whack. Like,
yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be MJ's friend in high school. She just like
just be like, what's wrong with this like downer?
Yeah, she was a bit of a downer, but I don't know. Do you think she'd make for good conversation? Because you never really got to see like
on the ones, like on the one.
Yeah, exactly. Like, would she be that girl? Was like, hey, what you saying? Like, you like, would she be like
at the bus stop and you're just like, yo, how long have you been waiting for the bus? And
not even that. Like, do you think you can? Do you think she's capable of like producing like a random awesome conversation? Like here's my question ultimately: if you're talking with her, is she gonna make you laugh, or is she just like despair? I come to detention to watch people
Yeah.
and draw them. Like I don't know,
But
but
there to bring. She's only funny because she was a character in a movie that was portraying something.
yeah,
But
exactly.
like in real life, nah, you'd just be like,
Who knows? Sometimes people surprise you. I think.
like no,
I think that.
she would have people that can adapt to that style, like that punk rockish. What did she have? What was her style, anyways?
I don't even know. I think it was more like I want to say. I want to say. Here's the thing. I'd say it's a cross between goth, punk rock, and I don't care.
Yeah,
That's probably what that is. I don't have an issue with it. She was cool.
maybe some hipsterish. I don't know.
Yeah, very hipster. Yeah,
So yeah, she was like, there's a lot of diversity. Even Liz Allen was black. Like
that was cool. For some reason, I can buy Mary Jane being black more than I could buy Liz Allen being black. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know. For some reason, Liz Allen. Like I don't
yeah,
know.
it could work. It could work because I know why you're saying that.
Why am I saying that?
Well, Allen is a very common last name.
I don't know. For some reason, Liz Allen just sounds like whiter. For some, I can see Mary Jane being like. Well, it's not. It's Michelle actually.
Michelle.
What was the J stand for again? What's the J stand for? Michelle what?
Michelle Jones.
Michelle Jones.
Michelle Jones.
Yeah, they should have really just named her Mary Jane. They're going a long way around.
Yeah.
Michelle Jones.
It's either you add Mary Jane in there or you don't.
But I think it's because she's playing the role of Mary Jane, and it produces dramatic tension. You can bring Gwen Stacy.
That was not Mary Jane.
I feel like she plays the role of Mary Jane. She's MJ. That has to come for something.
By name.
By name, yes.
They're just catering. Now they're just catering to the audience, and yeah, they're gonna have to figure out a way to like get this MJ shit settled.
I don't think. What, she gonna change her name?
Yeah, like I have no idea. She has to go do some legal change. Yeah, like
But that's a plot point. What?
Her mom. Let's say her mom is a single mother. She can have a father. Or
Michelle Jones Watson.
Yeah, something like that.
That makes it slightly better.
It makes it slightly.
Michelle Jones Watson. I don't know, man.
And I guess when Spider-Man's saving her, he can scream like MJ Watson, like instead of Mary Jane.
I don't know. I don't know. Know who was absent that I really missed? I missed Harry Osborn's presence in a Spider-Man film. I didn't think I'd be missing him.
We'll see him and his father in the sequel.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I hope so. I want to see Norman Osborn as the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. We've talked about this one before. What do you think?
Norman Osborn as director of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, so we get the Dark Avengers in.
Right. Yeah, that's another squad of his, right?
Yeah, so like he gets villains and dresses them up as heroes.
Yeah.
So like I'm not too.
Wasn't he Iron Patriot?
Was he Iron Patriot? I think yes, he was.
Iron Patriot.
He was Iron Patriot, and then after Hawkeye's brother Clint Barton is Hawkeye. His brother took over as Hawkeye, and then the Dark Wolverine was actually Dakin, Wolverine's son.
Yeah.
And then I think there was like Venom in there somewhere. That was weird.
Okay, so yeah, we have all those like deep things for Spider-Man, but back on the movie, like
oh yes, the movie.
what was I gonna say? So now let's get to the chemistry between Tony Stark and Peter Parker. What did you think?
They had a really good dynamic.
Yeah, they were really good. They were really funny together. I mean, I was laughing when they were doing their little video.
Oh yeah, that was a good way to start it off.
Yeah, I mean, it was good, and then it again it brings it back to something that happened previously in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, there's a real sense of interconnectivity,
which was fun, and we got to see his second. We got to see his perspective of what was going down in that Civil War fight. Right, that was pretty awesome.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. I like how Marvel does things like that. It's really good. We get different elements for one scene. We also have to talk about Aunt May.
Aunt May, I liked her.
Yeah, she was really good. She didn't have a lot of scenes though.
Yeah, but I feel like it's not the Aunt May movie, so I'm okay with that.
That has to get scrapped if they're even planning on
Yeah, for those who aren't in the know, they're planning an Aunt May movie at one point.
Yeah. I don't know if it's still in.
Would you watch the Aunt May movie? How about that?
I watched Suicide Squad, so who knows?
I don't. You watched Suicide Squad and Green Lantern in theaters.
Yeah, but
I watched Suicide Squad in theaters too, so I really can't talk too much. But you watched Green Lantern in theaters twice. He watched it twice, people.
Watched it twice. How horrible.
I don't know how you did that. Granted, one of them was with me, but still.
My eyes are still recovering from
man.
the burns of that movie.
Yeah.
Scars.
Oh, man. But hey.
Anyways, yeah, so yeah, Aunt May, she finds out he's Spider-Man. I think it's too early.
I think that's a metaphor for, like, your mom catching you jerking off. That's what I think that is.
Yeah.
That's all that was. Because really, it's like, if you can't, like, hide that, how you gonna hide being Spider-Man? Let's be real here. I mean...
he was like, I don't even know why he was walking in the crib like that.
I think he was just amped because he got his costume back. He's like, yeah, exactly.
But the door open.
Yeah.
In Civil War, he's telling Tony to close his door, but now he's like, yo, I'm Spider-Man. I'm keeping my door open, yo. Whoever walks through this door, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he was a little too amped. I mean, he fought Vulture. He turned down Tony Stark. He's like, man, and he gave my costume. Like, man, he was on a real high horse. And then he was about to do his final swing, and then
I thought we were gonna get maybe that was like, you know, they sort of broke the fans' hearts on purpose because they're like, oh, we're sort of giving you that Spider-Man ending.
No, Peter's getting told off. Yeah, Peter's getting told off.
What a way to end it off. So yeah, that was good. I mean, I feel it's too early for her to know. But
I'm fine with it, actually.
I feel
because it's a trope that makes no sense, really.
It's gonna be too much. It's gonna be too stressful.
It's hard keeping that kind of a secret.
I know.
In a 2-bedroom apartment. How about that?
That's true. It really is. So
I liked her though. She had her good scenes when she was there. I don't think she was shortchanged by any stretch of the imagination. Marissa Tomei.
She was used really good, but she was used in her scene. She was used properly. I mean, but I just still have the fact that I don't want her to know he's Peter Parker yet. I want to wait just a little. I mean, I didn't want her to know he's Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to wait.
I'm surprised MJ didn't find out that he was Spider-Man. I think she's gonna find out in part 2, though. I bet money on that.
Yeah, she might find out in part 2. Maybe she does know.
I think she does too. How about that?
Say, where you going, Peter? Where you going?
And then she gave her that weird look.
Yeah.
She's
I
like,
don't care.
No. She gave him a look like either I like this guy or I know what this guy's up to.
Maybe she's smart. Maybe she did put 2 and 2 together.
Well, she is smart. She's on that like math lead.
Yeah,
but
in the sense of connecting things together, in the sense of like, oh, Peter was in Washington, and like,
yeah, there's that too.
Yeah, you know,
because everybody's thinking about, oh, I almost died. Meanwhile, she was just there reading a book, protesting.
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe she does put 2 and 2 together. Maybe she just says it to him too.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
It's like, oh, it's not me. No. But who cares? Yeah. Now finally we can talk about Michael Keaton and the Vulture.
I like him. He was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. In the beginning, he starts off the movie, and he gets his ship taken away from him, his job. No more money coming through.
Yeah, Tony Stark took that from him. That's kind of ironic. Yeah. How come Tony Stark is the friggin' cause of like every villain in the MCU?
Is he the cause of every villain?
He caused all of his MCU villains. He caused Ultron, and he didn't cause
well, he caused
anything else.
Well,
so he caused 4 villains. 5.
He welcomed the Mandarin to his crib.
No, but didn't he also cause Mandarin because
no, Mandarin was already out.
No. Don't you remember at the beginning of Iron Man 3 there was that flashback to when he told off that
Oh, that Mandarin, not the imposter Mandarin?
The imposter Mandarin's nothing. He's nothing. Which, by the way, was stupid. But yeah, he's nothing. I think, how about this then? I think Vulture is the best MCU villain. I think the only other villain that is interesting as Michael Keaton's Vulture is Loki.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like a basic opinion of me to have, but MCU has not been known as, it's not a very villain centric organization. Ultron was kind of cool, but he was sort of a letdown.
Yeah.
I mean, Loki is like he's cool. Who else do you think? I mean, who are we gonna run down?
I mean, I want to see what they're gonna do with Red Skull if he's ever coming back.
I had hoped for him to come back.
But they'll be like, oh shit, maybe he kills Captain America in Infinity War.
You think that'd be an interesting theory? I don't know, man. I mean, it's hard to say where they're going with that,
I
but
feel like he's gonna come back, but I don't know if he'll fight Chris Evans, Captain America, or if he'll fight
Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd like to see the return of Red Skull because he's kind of the ultimate bad guy. Is there a bad guy really much better than Red Skull? Really?
That's what I'm saying. Like he's like the Hitler, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I mean, is there anyone more evil than Hitler?
But he wasn't portrayed. But I feel like he wasn't portrayed too well in the first Avenger, Captain America movie.
Yeah, that's why you recast Hugo Weaving, and that's why you have the Russo Bros.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. I feel like he's coming back very soon. I don't know when, but I feel like he'll be back.
Yeah, Captain America doesn't have a really deep villains rogues gallery, so I can see him come back for sure.
When did he? What happened to him? Did he die?
Red Skull?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he died at the end of the first Avenger, didn't he?
I remember the ship going into the sea.
Yeah, didn't he die previous to that?
They were fighting in the ship.
Yeah. First Avenger really isn't that good of a movie, by the way. I was disappointed when I saw that one in theaters. But I'll say this: the Captain America movies have gotten significantly better each film.
Yeah, and in modern day time.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so Michael Keaton's good. He did a great performance. This is when you get Michael Keaton on, you know it's gonna be solid acting.
Oh no, he's a great actor.
Yeah, ever since he's left, ever since he's brought his second coming.
Yeah. Yeah, he did leave for a while, and he just came back and just owns everything now.
Yeah.
What do you think of Shocker and the other Shocker and Tinkerer?
Oh yeah, the Tinkerer wasn't much of anything.
He was kind of funny. I like the scenes.
Funny, yeah, but he wasn't much of anything. I felt like we needed an older looking Tinkerer.
I like the young Tinkerer because I think an older Tinkerer isn't necessarily as funny. By the way, you know what I learned? What was unveiled recently, like last month, in Chip Zdarsky's Peter Parker Spider-Man, which was issue 1 was just released last month. Anybody who wants to get into Spider-Man comics, did you know the Tinkerer has a brother, and he's a good guy, and he fixes superhero tech?
Wow.
Yeah, that just got established like last month. But I like Tinkerer in this movie. The Shocker, I like the way they integrated Shocker into the movie because they needed a secondary villain. And it's smart because they had the Shocker as like a secondary villain, but still very much connected to Michael Keaton.
I will really want to see like these original costumes come to life.
Well, a lot of them have, right?
Not Shocker's costume. Like he had a bit of the yellow.
I think Shocker's costume's coming.
We'll see if Sinister sticks. If they do that.
Oh yeah, dude. Once they do Sinister Six, it's nothing's off the table with Sinister Six. I think when you get Sinister Six, that's going to be like all the villains are fully formed or ready to rock and roll. You know?
Yeah.
Which should be good.
They have to kill out. They have to get like 3, 4, 5 villains out in the next couple of movies.
They can. I mean, they have Vulture. They have Scorpion coming. They have Shockers.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have one Shocker.
Yeah, they've other guy died.
That's how badass of a villain Michael Keaton was.
He killed him without knowing it. That was cool. I want to see Doc Ock. How about that?
I want to see Doc Ock too.
I want to see him evil.
Yeah.
Because he was Alfred Molina's Doc Ock was a nice guy. I want to see a evil scientist Doc Ock. The superior Doc Ock is what I want to see.
Yeah. I want to see a portrayal of like all the Doc Ocks put into one, like animated series.
Okay.
That was a good Doc Ock, right?
Yeah, he was cool.
He had that little accent. The Ultimate Spider-Man series.
That's who I was thinking of when I thought of like an evil Doc Ock, because he's kind of like that.
Evil.
Doc Ock's like pretty bad dude, especially when you get into the Clone Saga of the Ultimate series. Like he's just trying to mess with Peter Parker's life at that point. You haven't read that one for a while, but I was looking through it recently. He's evil.
Yeah, I know.
But
he was still badass.
But even what they're doing with Superior Spider-Man, for those of you who read the Marvel comics, long story short, Doc Ock and Peter Parker switched minds, and then somehow they went back and switched minds, and everything ended up good. But now Doc Ock is a clone of half of clone of Peter Parker and half a clone of his original genetic makeup, and it's weird because Doc Ock has been touched with goodness because he shared the body of Peter Parker.
Yeah.
But he's still a dick, which is cool. So Doc Ock doesn't necessarily need to be a bad guy, but I like to see him have an ego problem. Yeah. That's what I think is cool with Doc Ock.
Well, we'd like the fans to tell us what they also want to see too. Like, who do you guys think is going to be coming up? What villains should appear? What villains do you want to see? Like, let us know.
If you had to name one villain, who would you like to see?
Me?
Yes, you.
I really want them to do Venom right.
Venom. I
think you can stretch that story so well. Like that could be a trilogy in and of itself.
No, I'd say about that. I'd say it could be a phase in it of itself.
Yeah.
That could be like he could have the black suit on during like an Avengers movie, and then like at a Iron Man cameo. You know, whatever. If they do an Iron Man 4, whatever.
What if it's the Guardians that bring the Venom symbiote to Earth?
I'd freak out because that's pretty awesome.
That would be so awesome.
Especially with, if you read the comic books, Venom at one point, not up to, like, not now, but fairly recently in the comics, Venom was a part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. And they went to...
The Agent Venom?
Yes, Agent Venom, Flash Thompson Venom. And they went to the Venom's home world. Apparently that Venom symbiote is bad. And where the Venom comes from, they're good symbiotes. But apparently... Basically, the way they broke it down was Venom as we know it is a schizophrenic, deformed version of a good symbiote. Isn't that crazy? How did we get to Venom? Oh yeah, the Guardians brought him over. I'd love that idea.
That's a crazy... yeah, that's crazy.
I know, right? That's Brian Michael Bendis for you. But I'd love to see Venom make an appearance in the MCU, especially if you were brought over by the Guardians. I have a love-hate relationship with Venom because I love him, but there's also a part of my brain that yells, he's such a 90s villain, and I know he was created in the 80s, but he's a 90s villain, people. So, yeah. I don't know. I like Venom, though. I like him. I like to see... I'm a big Goblin fan, but I know it'd be better if they establish Goblin in the second one, but don't have him do anything. Because... I think Green Goblin's kind of the ultimate Spider-Man villain. He's his Joker in a way, somehow.
With Green Goblin, I feel like they can just nonchalantly say some shit like in a news broadcast, oh, Green Menace on surfboard, seen throwing bombs or something, but it's not too much of an issue right now, for Peter Parker.
I don't even know how they do it. That's the thing. I have no theory on how you introduce Norman Osborn.
Yeah, you just
say
there's a science fair,
okay,
something like that, or there's many possibilities.
How about you scratch that idea? Not scratch that idea, but how about we scratch the idea of Norman Osborn being Green Goblin? I have an idea. What if Norman Osborn is a villain in a suit, and he's an Avengers villain who's a very bureaucratic villain, right? But throughout that, you get to see a descent. And somehow it's involved with Spider-Man. But I'm saying create Norman Osborn, establish him. Yeah. And through a couple movies, even.
You can do that.
And then he turns into Goblin eventually. Like, I want to see Norman Osborn established. Yeah. I want to see him.
They can say he's an advocate for stopping these metahumans or whatever they want to call
them. That could be cool, you see? And then...
And yo, shit's gonna go down in Infinity War, so there might as well be somebody who's advocating for superheroes Or this type, like, you see how Civil War was like, we want to control you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, this time they're like, nah, we're putting our right foot down. We're not even giving you an option. And Norman Osborn is at the forefront of it.
I have no idea what they're gonna do, but that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
He's at the forefront. You just like, fuck your shit. And then eventually they don't listen to him, so he puts on or Spider-Man doesn't listen. And he just gets the enhancement shit, and he does that to himself to try to kill him one night. And then
I don't know. It could be interesting.
that could
though.
just be a theory. But
No, that it's all theories, but if you can introduce Norman Osborn in a suit and really hold off on Green
but
Goblin,
not a Green Goblin suit.
hold off. We're talking a suit like a suit and tie. Like
Oh, that's it?
He's a suit.
Yeah, an advocate.
Yeah, exactly. I like to see that. I want to see him build up. I want to get to know Norman. I want to see his flaws. I want to see the good parts in him, and then I want to see him become the Goblin.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's cool. I think.
So yeah, so that there's that, and then so tell us what you guys think about what villains could possibly show up. So what else? What else? What else happened in this movie that we were excited about?
There was a lot of. This movie was a fast-moving movie. A lot of stuff got done.
A lot of stuff did get done in that 2 hours.
I like the suit. I like the suit a lot. Like
it was a short 2 hour. Like it wasn't 2 hours in like 20 minutes. It was 2 hours in like 5 minutes or something.
I appreciated every minute though.
Yeah.
It was a fun movie. It was really. It's kind of my definition of a summer movie because it brought you on a fast-moving story and it had a lot of jokes, interesting characters. Everybody got their due, and they tied a bow on it pretty nicely.
So what are you giving Spider-Man Homecoming?
Oh, what would I give Spider-Man Homecoming? Oh man, you see, with retrospect, I would give that movie a solid A.
A solid A?
Yeah, I didn't reinvent the wheel, but it made me laugh. It made me believe in Spider-Man again. Tom Holland's great. We got the best villain there. It's an A. It would have been an A plus if it reinvented the wheel, but this movie did not need to go and reinvent the wheel. So yeah, I'm giving it an A.
I'll give it an A minus. Some things I didn't like
like MJ,
and then Aunt May knowing he's Spider-Man, which was a cool scene to have.
I loved it. Honestly, I find some of those were nitpicks. I'm not really nitpicky at this point.
Well,
I understand though.
It gets an A minus for that.
Okay.
But other than that, good movie.
Great movie.
So yeah, this was a couple guys review for you guys. We'll come back to you with more reviews eventually, and other different things that we have planned out, like.
We're planning on doing comic book reviews. Planning on doing MCU and DCEU state. We're gonna talk about the state of the DCU and MCU in relation to each other. We're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Movie reviews too.
Yeah, there will be also like other motion comic stuff.
Oh yes.
In terms of so we'll have all those stuff. We'll have things completed, and we'll see you later. This was a couple of guys bringing you a review.